Ladies and gentlemen, Progress 4 is finally here. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying the progress so far, because I know I have, and it's been a very interesting experience reading all your comments and feedback. It is much appreciated, guys. So here is Progress 4. Hopefully you guys enjoy, and hopefully you guys want another entry. All you have to do is leave a comment down below, as always, and if you guys feel like it, feel free to share the video. By the way, we've also just hit 10,000 subscribers, so thank you to all you guys. We also have another giveaway coming up for that, so hopefully you guys enjoy this progress. So just taking you through the process of making this reservoir and the World of Warcraft sign. Firstly, starting off with the acrylic, obviously routing it out so some water can flow through it, and now we have added some body filler to the top, keeping it all nice and messy, which will really suit the Warcraft theme. Now I've gone over the panels and the reservoir with some paint. I'm using a copper sort of brownie type paint. It's got little specks and flakes in it, which really brings out some sort of dirt look. And then I went over that with more of a matte brown color with the airbrush, and then I went in between all of the darker areas with like an iron reddy browny sort of color, just to make it a bit darker in those shadows. And now we're slowly going over it with a bit of black. So the more colors you use in airbrushing, the better it's going to look, and it just really brings out all the highlights and contrasts of all the shadows if you can really concentrate in those darker places. So this is what they've all turned out like so far. I've gone in with the grey on the steps and the portal columns just to represent that look of stone. And I've also gone on with the black to try and highlight all of them different shades. So I'll bring you in closer and I'll tell you a bit about what I did with each separate section. Okay, so zooming into the reservoir and the Warcraft sign, you can see that I have gone over each piece with the same copper look. Now it's got specks in it, so it creates sort of like a dirt type feel to it. And then I went over with a matte brown with the airbrush just to try and get rid of some of that glossiness to it, and just to bring it down to sort of a satin type feel. Then over that, I've gone through all of the shadows and the cracks with a deeper red, sort of like a ironish sort of earth red, and it's really brought out all those shadows. Next, it was time to go over it with a black just to even highlight those features more and bring them shadows out. Moving on to the steps, as you can see there, it's still a bit wet. I only just finished going over it with a clear, and the same thing here, I've gone over it with that matte brown just to sort of take away that glossiness a bit, added a bit of red in between all of the deeper crevices in it just to bring out the shadows, and then gone over with a black. So I've just added all of them colors just to highlight and bring out those textures. As for the stairs, what I've done here is I've gone over with about 3 different greys, and then I've went over the edges with a white and also a bit of a metallic sort of color just to sort of highlight them as if light was shining on them. I also went over with a black just to highlight all of the crevices, and also in between the stairs where you would normally see shadows fall through. So that's what I've done there, and down below I've also highlighted black. For the portal, guys, same thing with the stairs. Starting with a few types of greys and then moving on to the whites for all of the edges where the light would shine on, and then obviously highlighting the edges with a bit of a metallic color as well, just to sort of keep that shine on the edges where the light would hit. I also went over with a bit of black, but spreading that out a bit more to make it look like it's aged and old, and it's also sort of had rain wear on it. So I've gone with more longer streaks of the black and not as strong of a black in areas, if that makes sense, trying to keep it all spaced out just to create that sort of aged effect on it. And so far I'm really liking how it's all turned out. Gone over each piece with a clear just to sort of help protect that paint, keep it from getting scratched, and also add a bit of a satin finish to it. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this update. I'm going to be working on the PC again this weekend, getting it finished. I'm going to be doing all the tubing and we'll get it up and running. So next week, expect the final video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Remember to share this video around, guys. Thank you very much for helping me reach 10,000 subscribers, and hopefully you guys enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks, guys.